Oh, you're back. Where is it?
I got it back.
So, how did the time retracement feel?
If I couldn't save Black Dog, I'd be trapped forever, right?
Not entirely true. You can do what I did. Activate a reverse time engine, create your own dimension out of the time spiral. It's like a chrono chamber.
Chrono Chamber. What exactly is...
Oh, didn't those Hykros people tell you? You should really ask them sometime. I sense someone's here. Hey, isn't it Franz? But I don't remember inviting you.
But that space-time fluctuation was too obvious to not see it.
It's just a minor accident. I know my bounds. You should leave if there's nothing else. I need some rest now.
I didn't come to bicker, Claire. I know how you are. It's Hykros, and Elric wants to see you.
Then return Lund to me, rather than letting him be a part of that damn experiment. Tell Elric I'll show up, but that doesn't mean I've forgiven them. Well, you held up your end, little friend. I'll give you the Astrum. But listen to me. There are people waiting for you in the Omnium Tower, so watch your back.
Shut down the Omnium Tower in Navia. You may now return to Hykros.
Archon Elric. I'm only here to see if you have anything to say to me about what you did in the past.
What did Hykros do in the past?
Go ask him yourself. I just want to leave here. The sooner, the better.
Archon Elric.
The doctor is right. Hykros made a lot of bad decisions. We saw how the cataclysm ripped through the world, and we tried to fight back. The ground underneath our feet is just a fleeting moment of what this world once was. We discovered Omnium, and we took advantage. We childishly thought we could control it. We were naive enough to think that we'd have a better future. That was a terrible mistake. About 50 years ago, unknown aberrations started to spread on a very large scale. When we discovered that radiation from Omnium was the culprit, it was too late. To save it, we took a risk and did something even more forbidden. We tried to affect the space-time structure with Omnium so that it could wipe the timeline and go back in time. We failed. We are abandoned by time. Omnium can help us distort time, even change it, involving dialing the present point on a timeline back to the past. If you could find the nexus on the current timeline, you can change events to create a new timeline.
Dr. Claire mentioned this to me before.
She and her husband, Loon, were both senior researchers in Hykros once. Carl wanted a volunteer from the team to join the experiment. Anyway, Carl eventually convinced Dr. Henry. Also, they found Claire's husband, Loon, without acknowledging her, and convinced him to volunteer himself for the experiment.
And the experiment failed?
That's right. The incident 50 years ago threw Loon into the turbulence of time. As for Claire, she chose to leave.
Now I understand the doctor's attitude toward you. Can you explain what exactly is the cataclysm?
After the first time jumping, we conducted a series of more in-depth research and experiments. We also built multiple chrono chambers. The Omnium radiation leaked out and triggered a series of uncontrollable events. To prevent this disaster, Carl decided to conduct the second regression. It failed due to multiple reasons. The space-time turbulence wreaked havoc on our world, devouring our lands, cities, even whole civilizations disappeared. We were isolated from our world.
How did the time jumping fail?
According to the remaining monitoring data, someone tampered with the default parameters while the time engine was activated.
So it's not an accident?
It's the heirs of Ida. They are not a bunch of simple-minded anti-Omnium rioters. The Sage probably has a deeper understanding of Omnium than any of us. Before the time-jumping technology is mature, Carl suggested a bold plan. If we could return from a particular point in time, or even make changes then, in theory, we would be free from the constraints of time itself. We could be any time, any place. Causality of time would have no dominance over us anymore. Our time has stopped in the past, while yours still flows. There are still 2 Omnium towers yet to be shut off, and we still don't know what the enigmatic sage is plotting. We don't have much time left. Our next target is the tower at the Crown Mines. Their leader is a man named Kim. We've done business with him regularly for years. He should be willing to offer you help. I await your good news.